Welcome to the next episode of Wealth is Gangsta. I'm up here with my partner Mike and his partner Jerry. I'm just not getting to meet. And let y'all tell the people who y'all are, what y'all do, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I figured I want them on my podcast, because I see these guys grinding and hustling and they building. Me and Mike, we done met and talked on personal level. He always tell me about his partner, so this is my first time being introduced to him. And I like to call myself a person that can see into the future, and I see what y'all already doing now, and I see what it's gonna become to. So this is why it was big for me to lock y'all in on the interview now, like we were just kidding off camera, about getting y'all before everything take off, and just introduce the people to what y'all doing, because what we doing in the Central Texas area is really not being exposed. So that's my job, is to try to expose what the young kings are doing around here building. So y'all introduce yourself to the people and let the people know what y'all got going on.
Right. So yes, sir, man. Appreciate that introduction, Tony. And I could say the same thing about you, man. It's a blessing for us to be on this podcast with you right now, instead of in the future trying to catch a flight or get in line, trying to buy a ticket or whatever the case may be. We want to make sure that we touch base now and add that value to each other. But yes, my name is Mykael. I've been in real estate for about 18 months now. So I'm still a rookie. Me and my partner did probably a little bit over 85 wholesale transactions last year in the Central Texas market. So that was our rookie year.
That's big. That's what I'm saying. That's big, man.
Yeah.
I know guys. I know people that have been talking about it for the last couple of years ain't did one yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's huge.
Right. So that's what we've been on. Understand having the mindset aspect of it too. That wealth is gangster, and we do have to have that type of hustle mindset, but also we have to take that and implement it as a CEO and really build a real scalable business that you can ultimately, leave for the next generation.
Okay. I agree, man. My name is Jerry Pearson. I know this is our first time actually meeting, but man, we've been chopping up.
Your volume sound a little low. Mike sounded louder than you. Your volume.
Oh, yeah, he might be talking loud. Can you hear me now?
Mike, do you say something, Mike?
Yeah. You can hear me?
Yeah, he sounds a lot lower than you for some reason.
Let me see.
I just want to make sure we don't miss out on his words. You understand?
How about now?
Right.
Okay, yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, man. So I was saying my name is Jerry Pearson, and I know, this is our first time meeting through Zoom, but felt like I've known you for a while, just from seeing the things that you're doing on Facebook and whatnot, man. So definitely thanks for having us on. And so I've been in real estate for about 2 years now, just straight wholesaling. Met this guy, Mike, my partner. We met at a tax sale, both looking for cash buyers. And honestly, we've been running since. So, just basically similar to what he was saying, we spent the entire 2020 hustling, prospering in the pandemic, 2020. Yes, and now we're business owners now. We are turning into CEOs.
That's what's up. So how did y'all meet? Where did y'all meet at? Yeah. How did y'all get introduced to each other to become partners? Have y'all been knowing each other all your lives, or just met?
No, we actually met at the cash sale, at the tax auction, right there in Belton at the courthouse. Okay. And my man had I think he was fresh off surgery. Yeah. Had an ACL surgery, man. And he was working the room just as fast as me, man. Just looking for cash buyers. And then we just kept in touch after that, from just doing deals to just knowing the same people, and just kept in touch and just started doing deals together.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's up, man. That's what we need more of. Most of the time we run across each other, we kind of become competition. You know what I'm saying? When we really need to link up, the competition, we not in no position for competition. I try to tell people all the time. I say the billionaires get together every day and break bread, and we broke and don't want to break bread with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or at least add value to one another.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how the relationship started. He had property under contract. He was looking for a buyer, and I said, hey, this is a good opportunity for me to add value. Me being somebody that had not done a deal before, but, coming from where we come from, look, I know if I, come and I throw you something, you'll throw me something back. Just that mindset that, hey, look, like if I add value, then at that point you can ask for something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how it started. And we did a couple of deals together. And after that, we just been off to the races.
Okay. So what is the main focus of what y'all, is it a flip? Is it buy and hold? Y'all do a little bit of both. What's the breakdown of what y'all doing right now? I know y'all just starting, but as of right now, I know eventually we already talked that you want to get into more of things. But right now, what is the basic breakdown of y'all structure?
Right. So right now, basically, in regards to wholesaling real estate, we're building an automated virtual business that can run and operate within itself, right? And not only will it be an income producing or a revenue producing business that we don't have to really spend too much time in because of the systems, the processes, the automations, you know, and the people that we put in positions and the seats to, you know, facilitate the business. Not only will it generate revenue with us being hands off, but it'll generate the type of deals that we need to really go hard with the flipping business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right now, we got a lot of private money. We got some hard money and just opportunities to really buy our own deals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So having that cash cow, so to speak, you build this income producing business that also generates its own, your leads for your flipping business, so to speak. You know, or your holding business, you know, which we plan on having a flipping business. Right now, we do have an LLC that holds properties. And then we have a marketing LLC for like our affiliates and our consultations whenever we, you know, charge for hours for people that reach out to us and are willing to, and are wanting to pay us for our knowledge.
So yeah, we basically spent like all of 2020 just wholesaling.
Hold on. Again, I don't know why his volume is way lower than yours.
I don't know either.
Can you hear me out?
Huh?
I don't know either.
Yeah, it's like Mike on a mic and you not on the mic for some reason. Like y'all right by each other. It's crazy.
Yeah, maybe the mic right.
Hey, how about now?
I can hear you, but it's still a lot lower than his.
I don't know why.
See, when Mike say something, I can hear him clear. When you say something, it's clear 1 minute, then it goes.
Man.
See, like right now when you just said man, it sounded like you was muffled. That man sound muffled.
That's weird.
Uh-huh. I don't know anything on my computer. Let me see.
It's like your side is loud and his side is like muffled.
I'm trying to look at the speakers. I don't know. Try to talk again, Jerry.
How about now?
Okay, yeah, I can hear, like I said, I can hear him.
It's just muffled.
Yes, muffled.
It's just yours is a lot clearer. I can hear him though. I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to, I want King saying all kind of stuff and they be like, hold on, man, what he say?
I got you.
Right.
I got you.
And I don't know why my everything looked at me.
How about now?
Say something.
It's still muffled?
Now, Mike, you say something?
Is it still muffled?
Huh?
Is it still muffled?
Hey, how about now?
Can you hear better now?
Yeah, I can hear both of y'all. It's weird that he sound lower than you though. But I can hear you though.
Okay.
Man.
That's wild.
Okay, yeah, man. So basically we spent, all of 2020 just wholesaling, just, assigning our equitable interests into, in our contracts and just basically building up the cash flow. Well, literally we just had the light bulb go off like, hey man, you know what? We need to hold on to some of these properties. So, like Mike was saying, we actually finished the year with 92. So we only have about 2 deals where we thought about it and we were just like, we should have held on to those. So now, and we actually had this on a previous deal to where I was like, hey Mike, if we don't make this certain amount on assignment fee, we're going to keep it. And then we both were like right here. We both agreed on it. So that's the mindset of where we needed to be at. And man, we're just grateful for it,
That's big, man. Yeah, me and Mike, I always talk. I told Mike I'm a holder, man. I'm
Yeah,
I'm a holder. You know what I'm saying? We had those conversations. He was like, yeah, I'm coming. Let me run it up real quick. I'm coming though. You know.
Yeah. It's levels to it, you know.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about, you know, we're on the Wealth is Gangsta podcast. You know, you got to come from a phase of creating cash and then creating a cash flow before you can ever create any type of wealth.
Yeah.
So you were one step ahead of me. You know what I mean? You had already found out a way to create that cash, and then you started to create the cash flow. You know, by holding. So that's where we at now.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, cash ain't king, it's the cash flow that's king, man. You got to have that flow of cash that's coming. As long as you got a flow of cash, you can do stuff, because if you don't, it'll get rough real fast, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what's the back, you know, I know you personally, give everybody a background about each of y'all and how y'all got here from either working, or I know your story, Mike. Just give the people a little background on how you got to where you at this moment. Jerry, you can go first.
I got fired, man.
Straight up.
Straight up, man. I thought I was doing life right, you know. Went to school, went to college, got a bachelor's degree, got a job, did everything I was supposed to do, and wrong place at the wrong time, man. Those same people who was telling me, you know, I was next up on the future of the company, I got fired, man. So I know a lot of people, you know, will just like jump into another job or, you know, bounce back really quick. But mentally, I was all jacked up, man. I was just like, I don't want to go through this again. Like, I didn't know what my next step was, but I knew I didn't want to go through that again. It blew my mind how, you know, you could give everything to your job, you know, you could give everything to the corporate world, and they could just walk you out, man.
Yeah.
They could replace you just like that.
No explanation, no nothing.
Yeah, man. So I did end up going to another job, man, and I was making a little bit more money. And that's when I realized money wasn't everything. You know? I ended up actually, you know, working even harder, putting in more hours. I was depressed at that job, man. So literally, it just clicked in my head, man. I was like, you know what? Quit. Straight like that. No plan. I'm gonna trust God. You know, I'm just make it happen, man. So literally, told my boss, I quit, man. Went in there and quit. Had no plan, no huge savings saved up or anything. So to buy time for about 3 to 4 months, I think 4 months, I drove Lyft. To, you know, just to keep some money in my pockets, keep the bills paid. And I actually got into real estate school for a week to become an agent. And during that first week, I saw a Facebook ad about wholesaling. Man, I love real estate school so fast, man, and just started looking into wholesaling, man. Honestly, I've been running ever since.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up, man. That's why I say everybody be having their different little roads to how they get there. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of my main things for my CEO youth league is what we're gonna tell the kids. Like, you know, we taught about going to school and going to college and, you know, making it in sports, but we're never taught you can do all those things and still end up with nothing. You know, nobody ever tells the kid you can do everything right. You can do all the good grades, you can do all that stuff and still end up with nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the backup plans is what we need to instill into the kids now. So that's did you have like a background of like entrepreneurship, or you just went for it?
I did. So I had no desire to be an entrepreneur. Like, that was not my role. You know, everybody, you know, my immediate family, everybody had jobs. My dad retired from his job. So entrepreneurship was completely different to me. It definitely found me, and I'm glad it did. Like, literally, my nephew's coming up, you know, this summer, man, and he'll get to see how it is. Like, it's not, the only choice is not to just go to school, because, you know, when I was 17, you know, it was either school or the military. You know, there wasn't like any other option. So now he gets to see me as an entrepreneur, you know, as a business owner. Me and my partner, we're, you know, setting our own schedules, but we're also disciplined enough. Like, hey, you know, we're making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
We're responsible for these folks, you know, our partners, our team members to eat, to feed their families. So I love that he gets to see that different aspect. But no, man, I had no desire to be an entrepreneur, man, whatsoever. Like no sales background, none of that, man, at all.
Just came and stressed you up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, tell the people a little bit about your story. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be a book, you know what I'm saying? But that's coming later, you understand? And before he gets started, let me show him love. I haven't showed him love yet because the book ain't ready. This man right here that already purchased a book and everything before the book was even finished writing, man. Mykael Real, man. I said the book coming, man. Here, man. I'm like, man, it ain't even done. Man, I get it, man. Just hear it. Just say, man, man, I mess with him, man, for real.
Yeah. And
salute on that now.
I'm gonna buy some more for Kim White's house too for the kids over there.
Okay,
too.
yeah.
So put home team down for that. Real talk.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. But yeah, let the people know about you, man.
All right. So I thought I was an entrepreneur. Messed around. Was very successful. Caught 6 felonies. I've been out of prison going on 5 years now.
Salute.
It was crazy because when I grew up, you know, entrepreneurship wasn't, you know, even a thought in my household. It was, like you said, it was sports, right? And it was school. My mom made sure that I was in sports every year, you know, but as far as passing down some, you know, some financial literacy, she just didn't have it. You know, my dad, he was a heavy gambler, you know what I mean? So the using money as a tool was out of the question. You know what I mean? Having that financial literacy was out of the question. Now, what I did have to look up to was an uncle who played in the NFL, but he was so he had the money, right? When I saw that money was a problem, see, he had the money, but he also had the women, and he also had the drug habit, you know? So I got a chance to really see all that, and that's who I really looked up to. That's who I really tried to model my attitude after, and it got me, you know, in the wrong crowds and the wrong people, and you know, I made some decisions that, you know, weren't the best decision when it came to who I was hanging out with. Yeah, and I almost caught a case in high school, just being with the wrong people. But you know, I found myself in the military. You know, there goes again, right? So I was in sports, I was in the military. The only thing I didn't do was school because I wasn't really, you know, in tune with school. I didn't feel like I would be. You know, me and school didn't have that. I wasn't excited about school like that. You know what I mean? So that pathway, you know, it led me down to, you know how it is. You're in the streets, and you know, you're either using or you're selling, and using. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. That's what it led me down to until I got arrested in 2014. It was for and I was facing 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. But long story short, you know, my case got dismissed, and I started working for the attorney that represented me on those 2 cases. Yeah, I started working.
I remember you telling me about the attorney. I didn't know that was the connection, though. I remember you told me you got in the game with an attorney. I didn't know that was the connection, though.
Right. So I got into the game with the attorney, and he was only paying me like $10 an hour, and then moved me up to like 15, but something was better than nothing. You know, I just got out, you know, just sitting down the whole year, you know what I mean? But I knew that there was something entrepreneurial about me. I started a landscaping business and working for the attorney at the same time. And if you go check my little Facebook Marketplace profile, you'll see me selling cars. You'll see me selling video game systems. You'll see me selling tires and everything, cutting grass and everything. You know how it is, right?
Yeah, everything is money, man. Everything,
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So, but when I became privy to wholesaling real estate, I was like, man, this is the game without getting in trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
No, don't get it twisted. You can still get in trouble.
Yeah. If you do things you can do it without getting in trouble.
Correct.
You get in trouble with anything.
Yeah.
How you do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But it really was when I became privy to the wholesaling real estate, you know, and I put action towards, I saw that, you know, most of the things that I was doing in the law firm, like what's called deep skip tracing, you know, finding the owner of a property.
Yeah.
I was doing that in the law firm, getting paid, you know, $10, $15 an hour. I could do that in real life and mess around and get paid $10,000, $15,000 a transaction.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, just for finding that person and then having the knowledge, right, having the intellectual property, having the wealth right here to be able to provide them some type of solution, right? So that's how that happened. And then when I met Jerry, we just started to have like, how can we put this together and how can we turn it into a business and how can we scale it? Yeah. You know, and that's where we are right now. In the beginning, it was like, how can we run it up?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
That's what, I mean, that's how I gotta start. You start, you try to be like, man, we gotta get to this cash first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can have all the dreams in the world, but if you ain't got no cash, it ain't nothing gonna come. Right. So you got to be running it up first, man. But that's big. I like, you know, like I say, we didn't talk, so I know some of your story. I just learned a little bit more myself. But I salute you on the transaction, on just like, because most of us get swallowed up and we can't make that transaction. You know what I'm saying? So just for that, you made the transaction and you really showing the steps that you can do. That's what these kids need to see. They need to see more of us, the everyday people, not the 1% that make it in the sports or football or basketball. But like I tell to my kids, the kids on my CEO Youth League last week, like, I can turn y'all into millionaires now. You got a 1% chance at 18, 20 if everything go right in sports. You got a 1% chance. If everything go perfect, you still got a 1% chance. You got an 80, 90% chance of making it as some kind of CEO. The first deal might not work, but just having that mindset, you can't go wrong, because no matter if you get fired, no matter what happens, you're going to be able to bounce because somebody already planned. I can be my own boss anyway. You know what I'm saying? Right. So even the kids that work, even the ones that want to go to school, even the ones that want to play sports, I always tell them you still need this other side, because once them doors close, then that's when the depression comes, the drug habits, the drinking, all that, because you've been taught from birth that you're going to make it. And then when life tells you not, you don't know how to react to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I built this podcast, because they need to see. That's why I like to show, you know, when I show, I'm at the scrap yard. I like to show the ugly stuff that people don't think is cute. Right. But I can show you how to make more money at a scrapping every day than that fast food job that your parents tell you to go get at 16. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we always say, it's a mindset switch. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted this conversation with y'all. But that's the reason why I built this platform, for us to come on here and talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not rich or nothing, but it's the mindset is the wealth before you even get the wealth. And that's what I tell you. You can have nothing today, but if your mindset just changed, everything else is coming. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So that's big right there. So what does generational wealth mean to y'all? When y'all hear that word, like, you know, saying what comes to mind? What do you think about it when speaking on, you know, for y'all individually? When you thinking about building generational wealth, what comes to your mind?
Generational wealth to me means.
Hold on, man. Your volume again. You did me. You was good that last time, man. Hold on.
Well, you might have to speak up.
All right, how about now? How about now?
No, you can't hear him at all? I think you might be on mute. Yeah, you're on mute.
How about now? Can you hear us now?
I think he's changing something.
Oh, yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I heard you.
Okay, cool. Generational wealth to me, man, means you know, leaving my grandkids some properties. You know, when I leave this earth, you know, my family will be taken care of, and they don't have to work or anything like that. Like I said, I plan on showing, you know, I don't have any kids or anything right now, but I plan on showing my nephews, you know, what their uncle is out in Texas doing. You know, it was one year, bro, I had money to, you know, cover my bills, you know, obviously take care of myself, but I couldn't buy no Christmas presents, man. That to me, that hurt me bad, man. Like, that desire in me. But that was that sacrifice that I made, you know, when I told my parents that I wasn't going back to work. And they looked at me like I was crazy too. They looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, what you mean you ain't going back to work?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I got this vision. I got this vision where, you know, I could have this company. I could be a business owner. And that sacrifice, you know, is what brought us here, you know, be able to own some properties and leave some properties to our kids, you know. So that's where I'm at.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. You know, like wealth, man. When I think of wealth, I think you said it earlier about, you know, a kingdom and an empire, about building something. And when I think of like a kingdom, you know, you think about like the mindset that you leave down to your children. Like I didn't know what the difference between an asset and a liability was until I read Think and Grow Rich. I'm 33 years old. I'm a 33-year-old I'm a 33-year-old man. And I don't know what the difference between an asset and a liability is. You know what I mean?
We've been in the streets playing with money, thinking we on top of the world. We still playing with pennies. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. It's facts. It's facts. And it came from the mindset too. You know what I mean? So it's a mindset thing. Health. You know, health is wealth.
That's the
you
main.
know, yeah. Health is wealth. So passing that down. You know, because you know, not everybody can eat the same thing everybody else eats. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, so just passing that down and passing the keys down. You know what I mean? Like not only the difference between the asset and the liability, but some actual assets. You know, and then not only that, but having them, you know, having our children and our children's children understand, you know, what it means to what did you say? Provide, be self-providing, self-protecting. You know what I mean?
Self-educated, you know, be able to feed yourself.
Self-educated.
Yeah, you got to be able
That's
to feed
correct.
yourself. Everything, yeah.
So when you start talking about that, you start talking about wealth, not just liquid assets, so to speak.
Yeah.
And when you start generational wealth, you start talking about, generations of that family growing. You know what I'm saying? Or not only that family business, that family structure, you know, growing and expanding over generation after generation. You know what I mean? So that's what I think of when you think of a wise man leaving inheritance for his children's children.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
you can't leave an inheritance without the keys up here.
Yeah, no, that's the main. The mental is it. You know what I'm saying? Because I have talks with people, and they, man, it was crazy. It was a preacher guy. He was telling me like he didn't care about building no wealth for his kids because they weren't gonna do nothing but mess it off anyway. And it was just sad to hear him say that, because that means that's why they messed it out, because your mindset, that means you gave them that same mindset. You know, if you would have, like when I see farmers and stuff, you'll see a farmer guy, he'll be there with his little son, they be dressed like twins. He's programming him now that this is our life, this is our wealth, this is what we do from birth. Right. He got the boots on like his dad, he got the cowboy hat on because he's been brought up in it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
We'll have a little house, grandma's house or something, and when grandma dies, we'll sell it because we don't look at it as nothing but a house, and now we can make a couple of dollars instead of looking at this is a foundation. This is something it's just like you say, it's the mindset. Once your mindset switch and see things different, everything else change. So that's where it starts at. Everybody worry about money and this and that. It's the mind. Once your mind change, everything else comes with it.
Right.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Because you best believe when we had.
Hold on, man. Your volume went out again, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hold on. Hey, all I see them doing is. I hear you now.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, you best believe, you know, when we leave these properties to his son and, you know, my kids and nephews, man, ain't no wholesale buying the properties from here. They don't know what they have. They don't know what they're working with.
Right.
Yeah. And like I said, it's just about putting them in it. Even if they don't do it, they know it. You know what I'm saying? They just see you do it. It ain't about they got to do exactly what you do. It's just about having them in them environments. Now they know I can pick this, I can pick that. I seen them make this move. I don't like that, but I do like this. It's just about giving them that opportunity to see and decide for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the main thing, man. So what do y'all see yourself? What's the next moves? I know you're wholesaling right now. I know you said you got a portfolio. You started holding some things. Like so is like real estate it? Do y'all have other ventures y'all into? Like tell the people what's on y'all mind when y'all thinking about taking this thing to build the wealth and build it where it's bigger than just y'all too. Like you said, you trying to do the virtual thing with the. So I know once you go virtual, you're gonna have your hands into something else. You know what I'm saying? So just get the people about y'all the future of what y'all doing now and what y'all would like to expand on doing it and growing into.
Right. So about 80% of our business, 80 to 85% of our business structure is virtual. So really in the States, it's just me and Jerry. Everybody else, we have 6 total employees, all virtual, right? So we've been very successful with training, setting up systems, setting up processes for virtual assistants, the #1 commodity when it comes to quote unquote wholesaling real estate, because, a lot of people aren't spending so much time just on the phones, 8 to 10 hours a day. They have other things that they're doing, especially the wholesaler that's a one-man team, or the entrepreneur that's like a 1 or a 2-man team like us, and, is doing so many other things. So, the Prosperity Innovators is a marketing and consulting firm. Right. So, we use that to, do consulting, but also in the future, we're working on a virtual assistant boot camp where other investors and entrepreneurs can sign their virtual assistants up for a 1-week boot camp with us and our operational manager, who's a virtual assistant in the Philippines as well, right? And then we can get them trained up as far as lead qualifying, setting appointments, lead management, everything that has to do with sales, everything that has to do with conversion. So when they get that virtual assistant back, they get a more highly effective, highly trained virtual assistant that's like a killer on the phones. Like we give her that, a lot of people, they order virtual assistants and they don't really put any work into it. Why? Because they don't have the time to train them on a daily basis. This is what I want you to do. This is how I want you to do it, But we've been super successful to the point to where we handle a virtual assistant for a very short period of time. And afterwards, they can do everything we train them to do, pretty much without us. So we're going to take that and build on that and build a whole business on it.
Off that right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's the Prosperity Innovators. That's the marketing. That's all that part right there.
Right. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I was going to ask you, what are y'all going to get into? I mean, I know you say you're going to teach some classes, but y'all actually going to have like a whole portal where people can take courses and classes. That's what y'all building and focusing on now.
That's right. That's right. And we're going to be hands-on with them too.
Like going through the whole process.
Yeah, going through the whole process with them. Yep.
So what are y'all like? So everything is virtual. So is it anything that do y'all do anything? I know most of everything y'all do is Bell County, or y'all outside the county. I know last time we talked, you was like in Waco, talking about going somewhere else or something.
Yeah.
Look. That's that bird. You got the Birdman rub going on.
We out there now.
So you spread your wings out a little bit, huh?
Yeah. We in them streets now.
Okay. So spreading out, getting past to just the Bell County. So,
right. Tell them where we at.
Bell County. So can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Bell County, Austin, Waco. We're tapping into Houston now. We got a lead out in Dallas, so I mean, it's safe to say we're in Texas now.
So time to go and take it there.
We rolling, we rolling out.
That's what's up, man. So on the what I was gonna say, when it comes to like the educational part, do y'all ever see yourself like holding like seminars, stuff like that, or do y'all want to just keep it on the computer virtually? How y'all want to, when y'all think about educating the people, do y'all actually think about holding seminars and stuff like that?
Yeah, we've always talked about that. I've been to a seminar that Mykael has too, where he stayed for some education. And I know I learned about him. There's a lot of gurus in the business, a lot of road shows charging, $10,000, $20,000, a month or whatnot. I mean, for one class.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me 45 days to get my first deal. It took Mike a few months, but he had a real complex deal though. I would look to reward the action takers, maybe the ones who, take action and they get that deal within that 45 days. do a 50% refund, you know, because it's all about the taking action part. That's what we really want to see.
Right.
I don't want to like take away. I don't want me and my man here to take time away from my family to teach you the game of wholesale real estate, and then you don't take action.
Right.
So I want to reward those folks who take action also. So yeah, most definitely. And then we're working on the ebook too. Just how we can like how investors can add value in the real estate industry. You know, real estate, it's all about relationships. That's how we were so successful in 2020. We always say relationships over real estate, man. So it's real big, and I think a lot of people don't realize that at all, or they either realize it too late, or later down the line. So we figured that out, day one, because that's just genuinely who we were, So it was just a no-brainer to just really just connect with, everybody, the teamwork make the dream work, man.
Yeah, for sure. When it comes to the wholesaling, what would y'all say the biggest obstacle is in that business? Like for y'all anyway. I know, I mean, y'all can't speak for everyone, but for y'all, what is the biggest obstacle that y'all see that's continuously? I know every time, different things you're gonna have, but is it a continuous thing that y'all see that y'all always have to battle with? Is it the people? Is it just the transactions? Is like, just give the people an insight on that.
Right. I know for us at the level we're at, this might not relate to someone just coming into wholesaling, because right now we're going from hustler to CEO. So it's all about, automations, integrations, systems, processes, training, right people, right seats, traction, things like that, right? But in the beginning, it's just, making sure that you're getting the maximum value out of your time and doing the things that's going to make you money, like making phone calls, talking to people, or walking properties. You know what I mean? So if you're just getting into the business, that's what it is. It's just staying consistent with making phone calls, talking to sellers, and walking properties. So just the same consistent part of it.
And I'm gonna give you a second part. When you started out, y'all talked about it earlier, the mindset, man. Wholesale sounds like a scam. Your family gonna tell you it's a scam. Your friends gonna tell you it's a scam. You gotta have that tunnel vision, man. You gotta have that tunnel vision to stay on the phones. Stay on the phones. Sellers are gonna curse you out. You gotta work through that. You gotta realize they're not mad at you. They're just upset at their situation. So just straight tunnel vision, especially when you're first starting out, because you're gonna have to build that traction. Like, you're not gonna make $10,000 off of your first call.
Yeah,
it's not gonna. Well,
you can, but just don't go in thinking that way.
Expect that, but don't expect that.
And don't stop making calls just because you don't.
Yeah. Or don't stop once you do, because some people will hit that first little lick and think they're on top of the world.
They on Instagram in Key West.
Thinking every transaction gonna be like this, and then they look up 6 months, that 10 was the only thing you'd have made. You know what I'm saying? You didn't focus, you didn't realize that 10 might not come back, or it can come back, but that's up to you, and that's up to your grind, and but no matter what you make, you're supposed to always think like, you got to keep going. It's never gonna just keep coming, because if you get comfortable thinking it's just gonna come, that's when you set yourself up for failure, for sure.
Right.
100%.
Yeah, man. So that's crazy, because I be like, I like these conversations because, for them, they need to hear it, especially in this area. But it's just the people that want to chance it, or people that think everything's a scam, like what you're saying. Our families think everything is a scam, and I have these conversations. I'm like, no, the life we live, the life we taught, the jobs that's the scam. That's the biggest scam. But they always talk about investing, or this and that is a scam, or this is the stock market a scam, this and that. I'm like, I follow where the money is. So if all the rich people over here, the wealthy people over here, I'm at least educate myself on it, even if I don't do it, because it can't be a scam if all of them still doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The scam is the life that we think is regular. That's the biggest scam. From the education to just the working to, and like you say, we might have to do that, but to stay stuck in it, that's the huge scam. When you talking about retiring 30 years and this and that, like, oh my goodness, man.
And that has to go back to that generational wealth you was talking about, because that's reversing the generational curse.
Yeah, yeah.
Right there is, you know, the 401k, 30-year retirement plan, pension. You know, that's really, you know, if you want to pass down wealth, you have to reverse that type of thinking.
Yeah, yeah, because that's you're not going. All you're a consumer with that thinking. You're gonna just pay this and you're gonna buy this forever. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have fun when the income tax come in. You're gonna stress throughout the year, and you just that level up and down until you realize that this is the scam right here. You know, so that's what I have to tell people. So when it comes to investments, are y'all into investments? Have y'all got to that point yet? Like, do y'all do any investments? What do y'all think about in different investments outside of what you do as a business? Just coming from an investing firm. You know, I'm gonna ask that, Mike, because you know I'm an investor, so I'm gonna throw that on the table. You understand?
Man, it's so much, you know, it's a lot what we have on our plate right now. It's a lot to be focused on because ultimately we want to build it to where we can really step away from it.
Yeah.
You know, so we're looking at, you know, some stocks and some options and some things of that nature. Looking at maybe like a food truck, landscape business. You know, we got a couple of, you know, plays in the book. You know, our version of like in-home banking, you know, we plan on creating some notes, doing a bunch of wraps, and just collecting passive income over a long period of time. You know, in our first year, I think we got 2 rentals in the first year. You know, we trying to get about 8 more, you know, before this one's over with.
Man, and y'all first year, a lot of people careers, man, already. You know what I'm saying? So for real. So I salute that for real. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people that talk about doing it. Y'all actually doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah. So that type of, so basically what you're more of like, once I build my foundation, get right, then we can worry about all that and get into this and that and that and this.
Yeah, that's what our vision is. You know, we see that being the center of that being our cash cow. You know what I mean? That being the cash cow, and then taking that, you know, those that cash that is created and start investing it to places that can create the cash flow.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, we definitely have ideas, man. But then we have to be like, okay, let's focus on the wholesaler running without us. But once that wholesaler is running without us, though, be ready for it, man.
Step in.
A lot of ideas.
Okay, Mike, did you ever reach out to the guy I would tell about the banking system? You know,
I didn't. I need to. I'm gonna get that information from you.
You don't want to become the bank, man. You want to keep using the bank, man. You don't want to become the bank.
No, I do want to become the bank. I need that from you. Yeah, that's the play, man. That's the play.
Nah, for real though. So, like, and speaking of banks, like, what? I mean, you know, I be talking mess about them, but tell the people some ways that you can figure out how to work with them and use it to your advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I like to be balanced with it. You know, I'm always going at them and stuff, but it is a way with everything, even like credit cards. You know, I'm not big into that, but if you play stuff right, it's ways that you can eat with it. You know, instead of becoming a consumer of it. So give the people a little glimpse on how you use it to benefit you instead of, you know, just getting messed over by them.
Right. So just in the aspect of wholesaling by itself, we love the banks because ultimately the banks are the ones buying the houses.
Yeah.
You know, they're the ones, you know, giving the mortgage out for these new homeowners, you know, to buy the houses. Now, what we can also do is you can take with the bank and you can, let's say you buy a house, let's just throw some hypothetical numbers for 50,000 out there. This is the BRRRR method, right?
Yeah.
So let's say it's called BRRRR, right? It's called BRRRR, right?
Okay.
So the B stands for buy, it's buy, okay, rehab, rent, refinance, and then repeat. Okay?
Buy, rehab.
Rent, refinance, and repeat.
Okay.
All right. So let's say I buy a house cash for 50,000, and then it takes me $25,000 to rehab it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, so now I'm $75,000 all in. here's where the bank comes to play at, because that house will appraise for 100,000.
Okay.
It'll appraise for 100,000, right? So that means the bank will give me a cash out refi of up to 85%. So I'm gonna put a tenant in there, okay, and have that tenant paying me about, let's say, $850 a month.
Okay.
All right. So just throwing out, hypothetical numbers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be cash flowing probably about $250 a month off of that.
Off the 8. Okay, I got you.
Right.
After, because the other parts are gonna go to the bank or paying off.
Correct. Gonna go to the mortgage. That's right. That's right.
I got you.
But the bank just cut me a check for $75,000 cash because I did a cash out refi.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. And it appraised for the 100.
Correct. So now let's say that I'm sorry, they're gonna give you about 85%.
85. So about 85,000.
About 85,000, right? So now I had that 85,000. I used private money up front, so I'm gonna pay off my private money. This is no money out of pocket, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay off my private money, and I'm probably gonna be left with about $5,000 or $6,000, right? When it's all said and
just for the
done.
transaction, without even.
Just for the transaction. So not only did you create an asset, right? You created cash, $6,000 to $10,000, right? From the cash out refi, and you created cash flow, about $250 a month. So the last R is to repeat that.
Yeah.
So that's what we would use the banks for as far as like refinancing.
I like that. I like that method. And that's why I tell people, like, I have my, we all have methods, but like I tell people, I know wealthy people that use all kind of different methods. So it's not no one method. Right. I have my way, but I'm always learning from other people on their way, because just having that perspective, you know what I'm saying? If you just only got to your way, you can't get real wealth like that. Even if I don't use it, just being knowledgeable of the way it can be used, that's the wealth right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right.
So now
that's what Derek was teaching us with the board game, to have the intellectual property.
Yeah. For real. Nah, so what I seen y'all go. I never went live on Facebook or nothing yet. I still have never went live. So I was seeing y'all going live, and I swear every time I saw y'all go live, I'm thinking, they finna do a reality show or something, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we need to start going live more often.
I swear every time I was seeing, because people like visuals. Like, I got my music company, and I used to tell my artists, like, people will buy your album, but if you put out a DVD showing your behind the scenes, showing your shows, showing your in the studio, people will buy that 10 times faster, because it's the visual, you know what I'm saying? So I was just gonna ask y'all, have y'all ever thought about doing a reality or filming some stuff and having some guy edit it, do a YouTube channel, stuff like that, because that can build the momentum with what y'all got going on?
Yeah. So definitely filming more. Yes. We had somebody who was following us around for a little bit, but we had to get back into hustle mode right quick. Yeah. So that's why it's kind of tough, because like we do a lot of stuff off of the camera, and we just be grinding so hard, like we really do this business, Yeah. So like it's hard to be like, oh yeah, bro, let's get on camera right quick. Yeah. But that's something we gotta do better at. But yeah, if we remember to go live, we definitely will, because once we started doing that, we would get feedback all the time, Yeah. And I'm talking about people like you would never think of. You have complete strangers or people you may just know through Facebook, and they'll see you in person like, hey, you really inspired me when y'all did this. And it was like a year ago, and you was like, wow, like you tuned into that? You saw that? Like, I mean, we do that every day, So yeah, you just never know who you're inspired. So that's why, in a way, we do have to like put ourselves out there and document our journey, because we'll never know who it inspires.
Yeah, for sure. And like what I always say is, like, because y'all in the real estate business, and when I was giving the game, that's when I've been thinking about doing this channel for like a year or so now. But he was like, man, I think he got like over 150 videos on YouTube. Mm-hmm. He said, man, I get paid anywhere, of course, after you get a certain amount of views, but for like 150 videos he I think his lowest paying one is like 200. He get 200 a month off of. The other one's like over 1,500. He said, man, those are just like me having 150 properties.
Real talk.
Yeah, that's his properties. Every month he get.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And he said my first video, no, my third video was. He said that's the poorest quality I got video. That video blew up when I released my 100th video. That's when it started taking off. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't about trying to get all the views. It's about really just the content, posting it up. And then it just be that day when it just take off. Now you're doing the real estate, but now you got an extra 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 coming off.
Need that.
Just what I'm saying, just off something you filming. You doing the work anyway. Right. You know what I'm saying? So why not? And I thought about it because when I see y'all go live, I'm like, the people need this. Like everybody, I don't care. Like I'm into the thrift business. So I used to watch that show, American Pickers.
Right.
And I used to, and they said all they was doing was filming themselves going to places and got a TV show out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's really that simple. Like anybody that you see that's flipping houses or something, they recorded themselves and they pitched it to somebody, they put it on TV. Or now you don't even got to do that. You can put it on YouTube and do that. So I'm just throwing out the idea because that's the first thing I thought about when I seen y'all. And you know what I'm saying? It's just y'all personalities and everything, man. Y'all need to, think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
Peep this.
Now, if y'all don't want to do it now, we can work out something and put it on the Weather Gangsta channel. But you know what I'm saying?
Peep this. One of my guys was telling me about doing content. He wanted to be a content creator or whatnot, but he had me think about it a different way. He wanted to show his grandkids. He wanted his grandkids to YouTube him. And like, hey man, look at my granddad out here basically changing our whole generation. That really made me think about it in a totally different way. I was like, wow. So yeah.
That's gonna be there forever. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be there long after us. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the legacy showing, and you giving the game, and they get to go back and see the examples of it, like in live time. Like this happened in 2020. It could be 2080 or something. You know what I'm saying? Somebody on the internet watching y'all in 2020 doing something, 2021 doing something. So I just want to throw that out there because I thought when I first seen y'all, like I know they cooking up something. I know they finna do a show. I ain't know y'all was just doing it just to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, we got some cooking, man. We got something cooking. We're gonna put it out there here pretty soon.
That's what's up, man. So I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, but I got a few more questions. Like for the next 5 years, just tell me how y'all see the plays, what y'all see happening, what y'all got going on with this area, Texas, out of state. Just next 5 year play. Just give the people a little rundown of what y'all see for yourselves.
The same way we're able to expand from Central Texas, and to the greater Texas, we'll be expanded doing wholesale transactions all across the nation. Be marketing our company all across the nation and have multiple partners in multiple markets in the nation working with us as well with their own type of association, still under the home team umbrella, and then also have our own here in Texas. We're looking at having our own our own title company. Okay. That's something big for us. We want to get with some attorneys and some escrow agents and kind of build our own title company. We do enough deals every month and we work with enough other investors every month to, be able to have a high volume producing title company if we wanted to, so we're taking that very serious and looking into that.
Definitely, that'll be a big move right there. Because I remember you always talking, every time I talk to you, you talk about a title company, so it only makes sense.
Yeah.
That, and then we want to be the bank. We want to be the bank. We want to create these portfolios that we want to be the bank. Continue just building portfolio, own an apartment building, complex. I told Mike, man, let's get into buy. I think I told him like 10 years, let's buy one. He said, let's own one free and clear. I was like, oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Y'all, you already know, man. The investors, let me know I want in on that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But them the players we gotta have. See, what I'm thinking about, man. I really believe at least once a month. I know everybody be busy, but for this area, because like when I do it when I'm in Atlanta, like I ain't gonna say busy because I know millionaires that do it every month, so I'm pretty sure we can figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But we really need to have like masterminds like once a month with just like-minded people tossing ideas, thinking ideas, stuff that we can come together and do. You know, just having that environment where you just get together and just kick it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just kick it and just politic and just talk about that. This area needs that type of stuff. I'm involved. For me, I got to go to Miami, Atlanta, or Cali to be a part of that.
To get that level, to get that level of a mastermind.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, it ain't about, oh man, are we all millionaires yet? It's about we all have millionaire mindsets already. So the money is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Just being in a room with that mindset, that's the wealth right there. And you know what I'm saying? And just pouring that into each other, encouraging each other, pushing each other, supporting each other, or even coming together and doing stuff together. Just having that, you know, that type of environment, man. I think that would really be big for everybody business on the individual and as a whole. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about stuff like that? What you know what I'm saying? Would y'all be interested in stuff like that?
Most definitely. But with the things that we're all doing, we're putting Central Texas on the map. We're putting Killeen on the map. Like a lot of people didn't even know we was here. I know, like especially in the industry, they hear the success that Mykael and I did. They be like, Killeen? Killeen?
And then they say, oh, okay. And then the next time you hear them, they be like, man, I need you to go look at this property for me. And Killeen, we can do a deal together.
So I think we're about to, you know, take the industry, just whole entrepreneurship by storm. Because a lot of people don't know what's going on in Central Texas. You know, they think Austin is Central Texas, you know, but really it's some key players in Killeen, Texas.
And this is where everybody's trying to get to. So, you know, a lot of people trying to move down because the price of living is cheaper to live here. That's why it's important for us to get our hands on it and get some of that transactions. You know what I'm saying? That big money come from New York. That's a guy, he came from, I think he lived in Cali, you know, Bartlett, the little town I'm from. And he bought pretty much a block downtown for $500,000. And they were like, that's a waste of money. I'm like, in California, he would have got a little house for that. He just came to Texas and bought a block. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm talking about with historical buildings and everything. It ain't even no vacant block. It's a block with old buildings that's been there forever. Just like he bought up some nice stuff. And they always shoot movies there, so he gonna get money off that. You know what I'm saying? So I just be looking at plays like that. And I'm like, man, I be really just too anxious sometimes. I'm like, man, we you know, that big money roll in and they try to just squash us out. But there's ways that we can still get, if I say I like to hit licks, there's ways that we can still get up in there until we do get right to really battle them. There's ways that we can still get our hands on a lot of that money that's just getting tossed back and forth, man. For real.
Yeah, for sure.
For real. So I'm gonna end it off with this one. I appreciate y'all coming on the podcast. Like I say, we're gonna talk more about the masterminds, and this is gonna be our interview, but we're gonna come back 6-8 months, you know what I'm saying, get the people updated.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? I already know it's gonna be big chains or something. It's gonna be some wealthy stuff going on.
Yes. Hey, it's a couple right now in the pipeline.
I already know.
You done see me, I done checked my phone about 5-6 times already.
Yeah, it's all right. So, but this is a good introduction to what y'all do to the people. I appreciate y'all coming on here and just having this moment with me as we all try to grow. And like I said, I wanna sit down and, you know, me and Mike, you know, we already talked, you know what I'm saying? And your boy Jerry, I want to get with y'all and see what we can do, you know what I'm saying? And what we can build and how we can help each other grow. Even if it ain't nothing we do, it's something I can help out with. You already know, you got my number, you know how we rocking, Mike, you know what I'm saying? You know how it's been for
Yes, sir.
On the way out, just give the people any kind of advice, anything about y'all, where they can contact y'all at, or if they do got houses or leads, how they can contact y'all. Just give the people that rundown with before we get up out of here.
Got it, Jerry.
So you can reach out to us on IG, Facebook, Jerry Pearson, Mykael Lane, Instagram, J.Pearson. And we're always taking deals, man. Anytime you want to bring us a lead, maybe you need help moving it, negotiating it, finding a buyer. We got cash buyers on deck. We got Killeen, Texas on lock. County on lock.
That's right.
Hopefully, but we also do have it on lock.
I believe it. I told Mike, I said, Mike, I don't even want to get into it, man. I just want to see what I can do with you, man. I don't even want to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do my own wholesaling, you know what I'm saying?
Anybody that you do want, though, that want to learn as they earn, send them our way, though, because we do have some opportunities for them to learn as they earn. They can see how we generate the lead, see how we convert the lead. You know, we show them how to put it under contract, and you know, sky's the limit for you after that. We just look, we show you what we do, but not we show you what we do by making you do it. You know what I mean? By having you do it. So if you or anybody else wanna, you know, I got a database right now of over 60,000 phone numbers.
Just ready.
It ain't nothing but
a ready.
It ain't nothing but a thing, man. If you ready to, if you or anybody ready to bang that phone, you know, anybody ready to bang that phone out, they can come earn as they learn, man.
That's what's up, man. That's big.
We're all about adding value. Add value. Anybody want to reach out? If we know it, we'll let you know, man. We're not holding nothing back at all.
That's what's up, man. So, you have any anywhere they can contact you at, or?
Yeah, they can get me on Facebook. It's Mykael with a Y, so it's Mykael, Lane, Lane. And then on Instagram, it's Real Estate Mike.
Real Estate Mike.
With a Y, Myke.
Yeah, I know. I mean, after the first time we met, I was trying to pull you up. I'm like, man, hold on, man. Then I said, hold on, man. He done messed me up with the Y. I'm spelling it all right. I'm like, he ain't pulling up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up, man. But like I said, I appreciate y'all coming on. We're going to do this again. We're going to talk off camera about stuff that we can build and what we can do together. And I look forward to just seeing y'all prosper and seeing y'all take it to the next level. And really, like I say, we're gonna figure out some things that we can do and some things that we can benefit the Killeen and Temple area that we can do together. And like I say, man, y'all just keep pushing, and I'm be looking for that reality show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Or at least some just more footage of what y'all doing, just to document it. I gotta tell people all the time, like my art, I say, man, if y'all record y'all self recording y'all song, that's a DVD and a song and an album at the same time. You just doing the one motion, you just knocked out 2 projects.
Right.
You know, just by filming yourself, you recorded a song and now you working on the DVD. So I just take that method with everything I do. So that's why I put it out there, because I mean, y'all already doing the work for one, and just, you know, it's on camera. I know I was drawn to it, so I know people, you know what I'm saying, because I watch them type of shows. So that's why it's the first thing to come up with me, man. So y'all do the realest, y'all go keep doing what y'all doing. I look forward to seeing y'all take it to the next level, and let's get the people more of y'all so they can really break down and learn from y'all.
That, man, that's what we'll make that happen.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate y'all. And once I get the flyer done, like I said, I might be doing it Saturday, but I'll get with y'all and let y'all know when I'm gonna drop it. So y'all go get that money, man. I know Mike look like he got 10 phone calls right there to reply back to. I appreciate y'all doing this with me. I salute y'all, man. Y'all take it easy.
Sir. Appreciate you, boss.
All right.
All right.